And lots of chocolate truffles, Godiva, and oysters on the half shell.
I'm trying to listen to the new Robert Palmer tape, but Evelyn, my supposed fiancée, keeps buzzing in my ear.
Photographers? Any Leibovitz. We'll get any Leibovitz. And we'll have to get someone to videotape. Patrick, we should do it.
Do what?
Get married, have a wedding.
No, I can't take the time off work.
Your father practically owns the company. You can do anything you like, silly.
I don't want to talk about it.
I hate that job anyway. See why you just don't quit.
Because I want to fit in.
Yo, what's up, PMs? Fuck. Nearly choked myself. So I took my mom, Aram, and my sister out for some family activities yesterday. Just visiting the museum, taking some photos because my mom loves taking photos. We wore the áo dài, the long shirt, the Vietnamese traditional dress, out into public, which was kind of embarrassing because we're in Australia and no one wears that shit outside. But yeah, anything to make my mom happy, really. Aram also got a present from Vietnam. My mom actually brought the áo dài from Vietnam here. He's way taller than me, but we are about the same build, so yeah, my mom just bought him a medium-sized áo dài and it fits him, and he's been wearing it ever since. You know, it's funny when Asian man wears Western outfits, no one bats an eye. But as soon as a white man starts wearing, you know, like a Vietnamese áo dài, people start to comment on him and people start to question him. Why are you doing this? Is this cultural appropriation? You know, it's double standards. Anyways, society. We live in a society, am I right? Oh man, I forgot. I bought a new leash for Bailey because she ripped the other one because she's such a puller. She's a hassle to walk with because she doesn't know boundary and she doesn't know how to listen to me. But now we got her a long leash, and I found that she's been pulling less because there's more distance. They're just dogs, man. That's what dogs do. But I sort of want to segue this into this topic, you know. What a creative way to segue into the topic that I want to talk about. It's about people, because we like talking about people. We are people. It's about compromising and being in a relationship with others, you know, because a relationship it's not a one-way street, it's a two-way street, you know. There's got to be give and it's got to be take. It's not always about taking, or it's not about giving. And there was an altercation that we saw yesterday when we were at the university taking photos. My mom wearing her áo dài and taking photos with the orange, I mean not the orange trees, but the trees with the orange leaves. You know, it's autumn here in Australia, in Tasmania, and all the trees are turning yellow and orange, and it's a beautiful sight. So it makes sense that my mom would want to capture this. And she's really into photography and taking photos. You know, you just got to let people cook sometimes, you know. Let people enjoy things. As long as their hobbies don't harm others, then I guess it's fine. My mom loves taking photos. It can be annoying when she asks us to repeatedly take photos for her, and if I take a photo for her and she's not satisfied with that photo, I have to retake the photos. But anyways, I digress. So we ran into this altercation yesterday. There was a lady with a baby in a trolley, standing outside of the car yelling at a man inside the car, and they were both going off at each other. I don't know if you can see in the video clip that I posted yesterday, but the police actually got involved and they were chasing the guy down. Near the museum. The guy was running away. He was like, "Leave me alone." He was running away from the cops. But what led to that incident in the first place was that they were abusing each other. They were like yelling insults at each other. So yeah, the guy was, I don't know the full story, and I don't want to speculate and make assumptions, and there are always two sides to every story. But the guy was yelling at the woman, "Give me your freaking phone, give me your phone." And then he took her phone or something, and then she was like, "Give me back my phone, give me back my phone." And then he was yelling, "You slut." He was going off at her. He was telling her, "You're a slut, you're a whore," and whatever. Now, this is the thing I've noticed. The number one insult guys throw at girls is that they are sluts, or that they are a whore, or they're a cheater, or like a bitch. Sorry, I'm swearing. Excuse my French. I don't normally swear. But yeah, number one insults girls receive is that they are a slut. Someone who's been around the block a few times. And you know what's the most common insult that guys like us get? That we are narcissists. How many times have you heard this phrase? "Oh, we broke up because he's a narcissist. He's too self-absorbed. He's too full of himself. He's a narcissist." All of my ex-boyfriends are narcissists. What does it mean to be a narcissist? What does it mean to be too full of yourself? Does it mean you have standards? You have goals and you take care of yourself? You look after yourself? I don't know. I just find it funny how I hear this over and over again. All girls are bitches and sluts, and all guys are narcissists. I hear it all the time, all the freaking time. The reason people broke up, it's because he's a narcissist, because she's a bitch, she's a whore. So yeah, that's the current state of affair. We have women who are whores, apparently, and we have guys who only think about themselves. We live in a society, and thinking about my situation, am I a narcissist? Am I a narcissist? Because that's what most guys are. Most guys are narcissists, apparently. Am I a narcissist? Perhaps. Perhaps I need to listen more. Perhaps I need to put others before myself. Perhaps I need to learn more to be a giver than a taker. Perhaps I should spend more time with my family. Perhaps I shouldn't complain when my mom asks me to take photos of her. Of course I have stuff to do, but she's not going to be here forever. She's not going to be in Australia or with us forever. So I need to make the most out of her time here, and when I don't have work, I shouldn't be too aloof. I shouldn't be in my corner of the house doing God knows what, and maybe I should spend more time with other people and not think too much about myself. I need to be there for others, But what about myself? What about my own well-being? Can I really be there for people if I'm not myself? There has to be a balance, I think. But anyways, I don't really know where I'm going with this. I guess it's true. Most guys are narcissists. Most women are whores. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. This is horrible. I take what I said back. I don't mean that. I think there's something to be said about this. Because if the most common insult for women are that they are whores, and the most common insults for men are that they are narcissists, then we need to do better, I guess, as a society, as a whole. Maybe women need to stop monkey branching, and when they do find a good guy, just stop. Realize that he's trying his best. Instead of going for the guy with, I'm not saying these guys are bad, okay? I'm just saying if you found your match, the best option for you, what's wrong with sticking with that guy? What's wrong with building a family together rather than monkey branching out and searching for the next big thing? Instead of searching for the next billionaire or Leonardo DiCaprio, why don't you just stick with a guy who has stable jobs, who has his traumas sorted out and filed out, and who worked through his traumas, and who doesn't have baggages? What's wrong with sticking with that guy? What's wrong with sticking with an average dude instead of monkey branching out, searching for the next big alpha? And guys, what's wrong with not being alone? What's wrong with spending time with other people? What's wrong with trying to fit in?
Because I want to fit in.
What's wrong with not trying to be the Sigma male, always on your grind set all the time? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with letting go a little bit? Just so you can fit in and be around people. What's wrong with that? I think there needs to be a balance, and suddenly I'm not above you guys, and I realize that I'm making this video right now just walking outside alone by myself. I try not to be like this forever. I try not to be so aloof all the time, and lighten up a little bit, not be too serious sometimes. But anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay strong, God bless, and I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you soon.